and welcome Dr.n. Gopalakrishnan and the chief guests. Now the program will start. I'll hand over to Rama, teacher.
Good evening, everybody. I shall now call Atul and Adya to please give away the bouquet. Atul and Adya. Adya to Dr. G. And to our chief guest, Dr. Mohan Menon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Atul and Adya. Let's start our program now. I now request our Honorable Dr. G to grace the occasion by lighting the lamp. I also request Sri Ambujakshan to accompany Dr. G.
So on behalf of all of you, I warmly welcome Dr.n. Gopalakrishnan to this lovely little town of Sohar in the North Batna region of Oman. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Coming to the most enlightening event of the evening, now I kindly invite Dr. N. Gopalakrishnan of Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage to give up his valuable talk on Bhagavad Gita in modern world, followed by a talk on Indian customs and rituals, a scientific analysis.
Dear friends, chairman, and my brothers and sisters, it's indeed a great pleasure to be here in front of you on a working day with this much gathering assembled here for understanding about our motherland and her glorious heritage. If I talk or discuss about Bhagavad Gita, at least in reasonable detail level, definitely 3 hours required. But I have got 55 minutes before me. So within 55 minutes, constricting Bhagavad Gita, that's not impossible. But within that time, conveying the message to an entirely new group, that's little bit difficult. So I shall cut a part of introduction and also a part of conclusion, and the body I will keep as such. Otherwise, time limitation is there. Now, you may be knowing that unlike any other dharma, in India, Sanatana Dharma is not based on one literature. It based on 4 Vedas. Rig Veda has got 25 branches. Yajurveda 108 branches. Samaveda 1001 branches. Atharva Veda 50 branches. So 4 Vedas, they take major chunk of Vedic literature. Put together each branch, it may be nearly 750 kilograms. That's about Vedas. 18 Brahmanas are there. Brahmanas here does not represent a caste, but the rituals and history of ancient India during Vedic period are explained in Brahmanas as Grantha, Brahmana Granthas. Most important Brahmanas, 19 Brahmanas are there. 11 Aranyaka books are there. 108 Upanishads are there. 18 books, each Shiksha, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, Chandashastram, Kalpashastram, Jyotisham. In between, I would like to request those who are standing may sit somewhere. So, 18 books, each Shiksha, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, Chandashastram, 4 branches of Vedic related literature explaining the grammar, encyclopedic knowledge of Sanskrit, as well as the chandas, the stanza writing method, as well as the methodology based on which how Vedas are to be chanted. So, 4 Vedangas, and 5th Vedanga is the Jyotisha, astronomy, mathematics and astrology together becomes the 5th Vedanga. The 6th Vedanga is Kalpa Shastra. A description of Kalpa Shastra may confuse you, but I will just tell you that all the customs and rituals that every Indian follows in his or their life. I shall repeat that statement. The customs and rituals followed by, adopted by every Indian, that is described in Kalpa Shastra. One Kalpa Shastra will have about 8,000 pages. Like that we have got 11 Kalpa Shastra. So Shiksha, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, Chandashastram, Kalpashastram, Jyotisham. 6 Vedangas are there. 4 Vedas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, Vedangas 6, 18 Mahapuranas, 18 Upapuranas, 2 Itihasas, 29 Smritis, plus 6 Darsanas. These are the literature based on which Sanatana Dharma sprouted up. Learning all these, not less than 100 Janma is required. 100 Janma. I am using the Janma in Sanskrit because a suitable English word is not there. And it's impossible for us to learn all these things. It's the minimum, simplest form of explaining. Then what to be done? Every message given in the Vedas, Upanishads and other literature are compiled in the compressed form in Bhagavad Gita. So all the messages given in other literature are given in the capsule form in Bhagavad Gita. That is why we say, Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandana. Whatever messages are given in Upanishads, Gopalanandana, not Gopalakrishna, Gopalanandana has compiled those messages in Bhagavad Gita. And the most important message of Bhagavad Gita is given in the first line itself. The total message of Bhagavad Gita is given in the first line itself. I am sure at least a few of you will be knowing what is the first line of Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. Can you rearrange the word? Dharma kshetre. Take that kshetre to left side. Kurukshetre. Take that kshetre left hand side. Rearrange the word. Kshetre kshetre kuru dharmam. Kshetre kshetre kuru dharmam. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Whenever, wherever, and whatever, and however you are living, do your duty. This is Sanatana Dharma. A duty of a husband, wife, child, teacher, principal, professor, businessman, lawyer, king, minister, take anybody. That fellow or those fellows are expected to perform certain duty. The duty in Sanskrit is dharma. Dharayati iti dharma. What is dharma? Achara prabhavo dharma. Dharmasya prabhurachyuta. Series of acharas combined together to form dharma. What is matra dharma? The acharas performed by a mother is called the matra dharma. Acharas performed by the father, pitra dharma. Acharas performed by the teacher, acharya dharma. Acharas performed by the king, raja dharma. Acharas performed by an individual, vyakti dharma. So this is what India is. And Bhagavad Gita message was not given by Lord Krishna when Krishna and Arjuna was taking tea or masala dosha. And the time was selected in such a way that when Arjuna happened to be in the middle of the crisis, we all know that Pandavas are the symbolic representation of dharma. They never violated any rules and regulations. They never attacked anybody. They never said negative about anything to anybody. And they never wanted to have negative for anybody. This is in a nutshell Pandavas. Then Pandavas are the symbolic presentation of dharmic values. And they had to take the challenge of playing the dice. In the dice they failed, and as a follow-up of the failure, they had to pledge their own wife, Dharmapatni, and Dharmapatni Panjali was humiliated, harassed, and finally Pandavas had to go 12 years to the forest plus 1 year in incognito. And then when they came back, they did not get their land. Not that, even when Lord Krishna went and requested Dhritarashtra to give 5 villages for Pandavas, Lord Krishna went and requested Dhritarashtra to give 5 villages to Pandavas. Duryodhana said no. I said this paragraph, one paragraph, what the Pandavas faced. Just to inform you that dharma means for keeping dharmic values, for keeping the light of dharma mulya, you may have to sacrifice a lot. That much sacrifice was done by Pandavas. Even after that, they did not get even 5 villages from Dhritarashtra. So naturally, Lord Krishna said, now you need not wait. Now you need not beg. You have suffered a lot. You have done a lot. Now let us get up. Let us awake and start asking the question to Kauravas that either face a battle war or whatever is due to us, give us. Nobody in the world need surrender beyond a limit for getting their dues, what is due to them. And under that situation, Arjuna, under the Saradhiship of Lord Krishna, came to Kurukshetra Bhu or Kurukshetra. In Kurukshetra, Arjuna knows pretty well that Arjuna was coming to fight against Kauravas. Why he was prepared for fighting? Only reason, all the Pandavas bowed their head beyond a limit for getting their dues. They practiced, preached, understood, analyzed and experienced by themselves all the dharmic methods. But the dharmic methods of Pandavas failed miserably in front of Kauravas. So the last alternative of fighting a war was imposed on the shoulder of Arjuna. And when Arjuna came to Kurukshetra at the peak of the crisis, you can see Arjuna got shivered and he got nervous, he got confused. In the crisis, Arjuna forgot to do his responsibility. This is the situation. This is the correct circumstance of Kurukshetra war and Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna got the nervousness and he became weak, just like we ourselves, whenever we have to face the crisis as human being, we may get nervous, we may get confused, we may forget about our duty. At that time, Lord Krishna's crisis management advice given through Bhagavad Gita by Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Sannyasa Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, and a series of messages systematically analyzing human being. I repeat that sentence. Systematically analyzing human being. We always used to say, after all, we are human. Is it correct? We are not human being after all. Before all, we are human being. Why we have to say after all? So before all, we are human beings, so that we may feel variety of psychological feelings. The fear, the anger, as well as the so many other things, happiness, unhappiness, sorrow and so on. But here what happened to Arjuna? Arjuna was not a coward. Arjuna, a Kshatriya who knew pretty well about the responsibility of a Kshatriya, who knew pretty well that they have done their best to avoid the war, who knew pretty well that even the powerful Bhishmacharya is in the side of adharma, who knew pretty well that Dronacharya is in the side of adharma, and requested, pledged for everything to see that dharma is survived. But none supported them. At this time he came to the Kurukshetra Bhumi and got nervous. At the time of crisis management, Arjuna got nervous, and Arjuna said, Sidandi mamagatrani mugham cha parishusyati vebaduscha sharire me romaharshascha jayate ghandivam sramsade hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate nacha shaknomyavastatum brahmativa cha me manaha. These words directly linked with a person who is psychologically disturbed, psychologically perturbed. Arjuna got nervous and he said that, Hey Krishna, Hey Lord Krishna, I am getting nervous, I am getting confused, my weapon is falling, Gandivam is falling down, my skin, it appears to me that my skin is burning and I am sweating now. Eyebrows are shivering. I don't know what to do. A soldier who came to the battlefield for fighting, he got nervous and said, Nakamche Vijayam Krishna, Nacha Rajyam Sughani cha, Kim no Rajyena Govinda, Kim Bogair Jivitena va. When they reached the peak of the crisis point, just like when we came here, one of the persons was telling that he came here about 28-30 years ago, a time when there was no electricity and water, and he had to survive here. You just imagine, when there was no electricity, no water, in that crisis what that person will do? Either run away from here or go to some other country or do something. But under that crisis situation, he himself kept his body and mind here, suffered a lot, did not run away. Who might have advised him not to run away from that field? His consciousness might have told him, don't run away. Be here, live here, and make your livelihood here. Build your house here. A future is in front of you that after the suffering you will be enjoying a day. That psychology, that a message from within, just like the message coming from within, the message of Lord Krishna, it has to come to Arjuna when he said, Nakamche Vijayam Krishna, Hey Lord Krishna, I do not want Hastinapura back. I do not want the chair of the king. I do not want the enjoyment of the physical prosperity. I do not want anything, because Guru Nahatva hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktam Bhaiksham Apiha Loge. Killing the Guru, according to Dharma Shastra, it is very, very bad. Acharya Drona is in front of me. I was taught that Acharya Devo Bhava, how can I kill Dronacharya? I was taught that Pitru Devo Bhava, how can I kill Bhishma Pidamaha, who is standing with the enemies? So he had the confusion. What is Dharma? So Dharma Shastra says, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. At the same time, Arjuna is in the war field, battlefield, for killing Dronacharya, for killing Bhishmacharya, for killing his own relatives, kith and kin. Why he had to kill it? Not for merely killing. The reason is that our Bharatiya Niti Shastra tells us that if one person in a family is deciding to ruin, to destroy the family, that one person should be wiped out and protect the family. If one family is creating so much nuisance for a society, If one family is destroying a society, wipe out that family and protect the society. If one society, one group of the social elements are causing problem for the nation, society is destroying the nation, wipe out that society and protect the nation. This is Bharatiya Dharma Shastra. So, comparison of theoretical Dharma Shastra and applied Dharma Shastra. You might have heard about it. Theoretical physics, applied physics. Theoretical chemistry, applied chemistry. Theoretical mathematics and applied mathematics. Theoretical Dharma Shastra tells you that Matra Devo Bhava. Theoretical Dharma Shastra tells you that Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Titi Devo Bhava. Suppose your Pita, father, is in the side of the enemy and destroying your nation, and your father is working against your nation, don't look him as father, protect your nation. If your mother is working against your nation, don't see her as your mother, protect your nation. So if your Acharya is in the paksha of adharma, in the side of adharma, do not respect him as Acharya, wipe him out. This is applied Dharma Shastra. And when Lord Krishna listened all the grievances of Arjuna, when he said that, I do not want to kill my Guru, I do not want to do that heinous pabam of killing the Acharya and Pidamaha. Hey Krishna, please advise me what is correct and what is wrong. So here we can see the importance of Bhagavad Gita. So the crisis management, we are all living in certain type of crisis, whether in the developed country or in developing country or any country. Every individual, every family, every social group, they are all under crisis, certain type of crisis, either psychological or physiological crisis. So whenever the society or individuals are undergoing this crisis, Bhagavad Gita is the most important tool for us. That is the reason why it is said that Dr. Fridtjof Capra said, it is not surprising that Albert Einstein kept with him the Bhagavad Gita for the last 10 years of Albert Einstein's life. So Albert Einstein, such a great scientist, one of the greatest scientists ever known to the human race. That scientist, for the last 10 years, he kept with him the Bhagavad Gita. Why did he keep the Bhagavad Gita with him? Because Bhagavad Gita gave full solution for Albert Einstein. A recent book written by Dr. Deepak Chopra, Indian Approach to Management, the 7th book of Dr. Deepak Chopra. It is nothing but Bhagavad Gita and management. The Bhagavad Gita and management book has become the part of the syllabus of many dozens of American universities. How the Bhagavad Gita became the part of the syllabus of dozens of American universities? Because they knew pretty well that the content of Bhagavad Gita is so appropriate, so unique, even though it is written during 3140 BC, it is relevant after 2000 AD also. So, even though Bhagavad Gita was written 55 centuries ago, even the ultra-modern scientific era now we are living, during this period also Bhagavad Gita is relevant. That is the reason why E.K. Nayanar gave Bhagavad Gita to Pope. Otherwise E.K. Nayanar would not have given Bhagavad Gita to His Holiness the Pope John II in Vatican. Is it that Vatican Pope does not have a Bhagavad Gita? Is it that there is no other book for E.K. Nayanar for giving to Pope? But he found that even though he is a hardcore leftist who used to visit a temple in the nights, and you can see that person selected this Bhagavad Gita, the small shlokas, 680 shlokas, compiled about 5,500 years ago, he gave it to Pope. And the quality of Bhagavad Gita, that is the greatness of it. Relevant even today. That is the most important part of it. When Arjuna got confused and fallen down, then Krishna asked the question. If my sound is going up, please close it. Kutastva kasmalamidam vishame samupastidam anaryajustam aswargyam akirtigaram Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita cannot be told as a prayer. That is why the door should be closed. When we explain Bhagavad Gita, some people used to chant Bhagavad Gita. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samuvastidam anaryajustam aswargyam akirtigaram Arjuna. Even Lord Krishna himself become angry if he hears this. Because this is not the method of chanting Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita should go just like an arrow. Kutastva kasmalamidam vishame samupastidam anaryajustam aswargyam akirtigaram Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, you are a warrior, you are a soldier who came to the battlefield for fighting against a dharma. Why you got tired? Why you are getting nervous? You should never get nervous. I thought, hey Arjuna, you are one of the greatest warrior, bold, courageous warrior. But now, kutastva kasmalamidam vishame sam upastidam. The crisis has arrived and you are standing in the midst of the crisis. How you got these kasmalam thoughts, the wretched thoughts in your mind? And aryajustam, for the great soldiers, this is not suitable. And aryajustam aswargyam, for a soldier it will not fetch heaven. Akirtikaram, I need not tell the meaning of akirtikaram. You will be defamed altogether. Your name and fame will dissolve out in water. Because I have never expected Arjuna will be behaving like this when he has to face the crisis, said Lord Krishna. Then he said in a low voice, just like we console our child, our baby, Klaibhyam asmagama partha naitatvayupapadhyate kshudram hridayadaurbhalyam tyaktvottishtaparam tapa. Hey Arjuna, don't worry, the confusion will be removed. I will explain to you why you got this confusion, and I will remove your confusion, because you are very dear to me. You are closest to me. You should not get wearied out of this situation. Get up and do your duty. It is not expected you to have impotency, klibhatvam, impotency, klaipyam, bhasmagama partha, naidatvayupapadyate, kshudram hridayadaurbhalyam, kshudram hridayadaurbhalyam, the weakness of the heart, throw it away. Tyakta uttishtaparam tapa, throw the weakness of your heart. Get up for your duty. In fact, whenever I give lecture in the Indian towns, cities and other groups, I always used to quote this sentence, because for the last 10,000 years, Indian culture and heritage survived. Unfortunately, up to 1947, August 15th, the foreigners destroyed it as invaders. After 1947, August 15th, we ourselves destroyed it. So, our heritage, before independence, the foreigners destroyed. After independence, we ourselves destroyed it. Now, it is too late. 55 years over. We do not know what our motherland is. We have got absolutely no knowledge about our heritage. We neither respect our motherland nor teach next generation to respect our motherland. Whereas all other nations, 239 registered and non-registered nations of the UNO, 239 nations, of which 238 nations teach their children to respect their motherland. We, only Indians, we don't know what India is. We don't know what our heritage is. We don't know what to learn about our heritage. So we are confused. And whenever one of our own brothers criticize our motherland, we join with him and we also laugh against our motherland. So when somebody is harassing or belittling or denigrating my mother, suppose I am also joining with that fellow for harassing my mother, how it will look? Just like that. Just like that, our motherland, she was weeping for the last 1,350 years. Now, even though she is free from the Western or others' rule, under our own rule, India is not happy. She is not smiling. The reason is that Indians have not served their motherland. So, when just like we people start serving our motherland, it will be labeled as fundamentalism. It will be labeled as some other name. So we cannot say that we are Sanatana Dharma followers. We cannot say that Sanskrit is to be learnt and studied. We cannot say that Bharat Mata. If you say Bharat Mata, it becomes a problem. Vedavyasa, Vasishta, Vishwamitra, Apastamba, Gaudama, Bauddhayana and thousands of rishis, they were not BJP people, but they wore saffron. If you tell about saffron, then the whole problem starts on that moment. In India, you can see only one university, Sanskrit University in Kerala. It has got a vice chancellor who has got nothing to do with Sanskrit. Nowhere in the world you can have a language university where the vice chancellor of that university does not know how to write a Sanskrit letter. I specifically would like to say does not know how to write Sanskrit letter. And he will not understand what is Hindi and what is Sanskrit and what is Devanagari. Only one place it is happening like this. So our heritage, we don't know, we don't teach, we don't learn, we don't allow others to teach. If somebody is coming forward for learning and teaching, then we make such a hue and cry that we ourselves denigrate it. Under that situation, those who would like to learn, teach, propagate, preach and bring the self-respect in them, they get tired, just like Arjuna got tired in the Kurukshetra, Karma Bhu. So at that time, when Arjuna got tired, Sri Krishna said, get up, tyaktvo tishta parantapa. This is the message that should be given to every Indian, independent, whether he is LDF, UDF or MDF. You know what is MDF? Left, right and middle. So, whether he is a left party or right party or a middle party, one thing it is important, whatever may be your religion, whatever may be your ism, it should never put a bar in front of you in respecting our motherland. So, tyakta uttishta parantapa. Like this said Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Then Lord Krishna narrated every bit of it. And he said to Arjuna, are you worried about the death? If that is the case, hey Arjuna, jatasya hi dhruvor mrityuhu dhruvam janmamritasya cha. Do not worry whether you are dying or you are killing somebody, because inevitably whoever is born on the surface of the globe earth, whatever may be the plant or tree or animal or human being, if it or they have got the birth, they have to die. So death is inevitable with us. Death is inevitable part of the life. It is a process, said Lord Krishna. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tada dehandara praptir Dhira tatra na muhyati. Hey Arjuna, you just think about the process of life. You were a small baby few decades back. That baby grew up and became a youth, and the youth became a grown-up man. From the grown-up man you are becoming an old-aged fellow. Finally you will die. So the process of evolution from the state of a baby, infant baby, to an old-aged man, that will inevitably take part. And the final result of that evolution is that one day you will die. So about the death, hey Arjuna, you need not worry much about it. You do your duty. Birth and death and the evolution, all these steps are part of every living being in the world. Then, hey Arjuna, remember that life means it is something unusual. What is life? Only thing what Lord Krishna could say about the life, avyaktadhini bhudani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidananyeva tatra ka paridevana. The topmost statement of philosophy, hey Arjuna, before birth what happens we don't know. After death what happens, that also we don't know. Is it not true? Before my birth, what was I don't know. After death, what will happen to me? That also I don't know. So in between this birth and death, vyakta madhyani bharata, in between these two milestones, I know that I am living here on the globe earth as the beloved child of Mother India. And that period of your life, you have to live a dharmic life. And vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. So you need not worry about what will happen after the death. You may think, what is meant by the life altogether? One thing I assure you, we are all doing so many things in our life. We take the fantastic sari, fantastic pan piece, decorate our body, put all talcum powder, put also lipstick, put also sinduram, all hair oil possible and everything. We walk left and right and all the things we do. Why we do all these things? Lord Krishna said, Ascharyavat paschyadi kaschidenam Ascharyavat vadadi tadhaiva chanya Ascharyavat chainam anyachrunoti Shrutva vedana kaschid. I don't know, Arjuna. People do many things of their own. They start preparing sambar at 9 o'clock and the sambar preparation will be over by 1 o'clock. And you know, preparation of sambar takes 4 hours. Eating of sambar takes 1 minute 4 seconds. Not more than that. So for eating 1 minute 4 seconds, you are... That's smoke. No, not water, that is smoke. Yeah. Yeah. For that much minutes of or seconds of taste, we are spending lot of time, lot of energy. It is the part of life. But remember that the total process of living, it is something ascharya. You cannot explain why everything is happening like this. And Arjuna, the life means something which cannot be defined. Life means which cannot be explained literally. So, your duty is not thinking at present about so many paraphernalia connected with the life. Remember that you have got one duty. You have, as a Kshatriya, you have to do your dharma. Then the question, why should I do dharma? I am not interested in doing my dharma. No. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jadu tishtatya karma krita. Lord Krishna said, nothing in the world can stand without doing its dharma. I repeat that sentence. Lord Krishna said, nothing can stand or survive in the earth without doing its dharma. A bird that does its dharma, earth itself is doing its dharma. Earth continuously rotates, the sun rises, the wind blows, and you can see that every tree yields the fruit, every animal does its job, every microorganism does its work, every ant, it also does its work. So every human being is expected to do his or her dharma. Why a mother is doing her dharma? She has to do her dharma. Karyateshu avashak karma sarvam prakriti jair gunaihi. Everybody is doing their duty because they are expected to do the duty. Everybody is doing his duty or her duty or its duty because they are expected to do their duty. A mother is looking after a child because mother has to look after the child. Why a father is doing all the business and bringing money? A father has to do the business and bring the money. Why the sun is rising? The sun has to rise. That is the reason why sun is rising. Why the wind is blowing? The wind has to blow. That is why the wind is blowing. Why, hey Arjuna, you have to do your work? Because Arjuna is a Kshatriya. As a Kshatriya, Arjuna cannot keep away from performing his duty. Like that, everyone, whether he is a lawyer, a magistrate, a policeman, or a chartered accountant, or a doctor, or for that matter a clerk, or a peon, or a businessman, everyone has got his duty and they have to perform duty. So, hey Arjuna, karyateshu avashak karma sarvam prakriti jair gunaihi. You have to do your duty because it is the compulsion of the environment. Because of the environment, you have to do your duty. And as far as Kshatriya Arjuna is concerned, swadharmam apichapekshya navikampitum arhati. Arjuna has got a dharma in which he has to protect his country. If Arjuna is not protecting his country, what will happen? If Arjuna is not doing his duty in the Kargil war, if the soldiers are not fighting in the war front and they say that we don't want to fight in the war field, if we fight, suppose we are dying, then it is dangerous. A soldier cannot say we will not fight. A clerk cannot say I will not do my duty. A lawyer cannot say I will not go to the court. A doctor cannot say I will not go to a patient. Like this, you can see that everybody is entrusted with the dharma and responsibility and duty. So Arjuna, you have to do that duty. If you are not doing that duty, then the people will say that bhayat renat uparada mamsyamde tvam maharadha. People will say that Arjuna was a great warrior, but in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna ran away from the scene. Arjuna was a coward. We never expected that Arjuna behaved like this, because Arjuna, when he came to the Kurukshetra battlefield, he got nervous. He said, I cannot fight the war. He said, Gandivam is falling from his hand. He said that he is getting confused. So Arjuna said that he cannot fight the war. Thus, the people will say, and you will be belittled. The respect that you have incurred for the last many years, that will just dissolve out. Arjuna will become a mocking material, or a person who is not less than a coward. Hence Arjuna, you will be poo-pooed by everybody. You will be belittled by everybody. So, you do your duty. While doing your duty, hato va prapsyati sorgam jitva va bhokshyate mahim. Every Indian, they have to do their duty. Nothing should come in front of them as an excuse. Doing the duty with the full devotion, with the full respect and sincerity, going ahead and seeing that all the 100 crore people in India doing their duty for their motherland, for their family, for their own self-respect, if they are doing with ultimate gratitude to the nation, then definitely it will be the greatest achievement. So, while doing the duty, hato va prapsyati swargam, jitva va bhokshyate mahim. While doing the duty, if you are failing to get the result, don't worry that. You have done your duty, you are eligible for the heaven. Jitva va bhokshyate mahim. While doing the duty, suppose you are successful, winning the battle, you can enjoy all the fruit of the battle. Like that, everyone, whatever may be the crisis, they have to or he has to perform his duty without looking what will be the result, what will be the reward, what will be the reaction of the people. Do the duty as dharma with utmost sincerity. How can we do the dharma without much pain on that? There Lord Krishna gives the advice, Dukkheshu anudvigna mana, Sukheshu vigadaspriha, Vidaraka bhayakroda, Stidadhir muniruchyate. Whenever you are feeling sorrow, whenever you are feeling sad, whenever you are worried beyond a limit, don't get depressed. Remember that happiness is not permanent, unhappiness is also not permanent. Pain is not permanent, pleasure is also not permanent, and sorrow is not permanent, or the opposite of that is also not permanent. Everything is temporary. You may be suffering from some pain today. By today evening, that pain will go. You may feel so happy today, but the happiness will go after 2 or 3 hours. So nothing is permanent. Dukkheshu anudvigna mana. Whenever you are unhappy or sad, don't get depressed beyond a limit. Whenever you are happy, sukheshu vighadaspriha. Whenever you are happy, don't get excited beyond a limit. Have a control over mind. Such a beautiful way of advice Lord Krishna gives. It is exactly the psychology. If you are going a psychologist and asking him, you are telling him his problem, your problem, he will definitely say, don't worry very much about it. These are all temporary things. After some time you will become automatically happy and you will enjoy the life. Don't worry very much. Also, if you don't want to worry very much, whenever you are happy, don't enjoy too much and get excited. Keep a balanced vision of the life. That is what Lord Krishna said. And when you are doing your dharma, concentrate on that and go ahead in your dharma. If you are not doing dharma, then Lord Krishna said, Yabdyat acharati sreshta tattadeve dharojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartade. If a teacher is not teaching, people will say, that teacher is not good. If a father is not looking after his house and family affairs, people will say, he is an irresponsible father. If a ruler is not following his dharma and doing his duty, people will say, the ruler is not good. So, people will try to lead his wrong steps. So, whatever may be the duty of an individual, he has to perform in the dharmic way. If he is not performing the dharmic way of duty, then naturally others will also lead his pathway and finally conclude that the Raja is not good, so Praja is also not good. Yada Raja, tada Praja. If the family head is not good, offsprings also will be leading the same thing. If leader is not good, followers will follow the wrong steps. So the crystal clear message of Bhagavad Gita is that, hey Arjuna, as a human being, as a Kshatriya, you have got a specific duty. And that specific duty, you cannot evade from the duty. You have to perform the duty. If you are not performing the duty, the pupil will say that Arjuna is a coward, and they will follow your wrong footsteps. And while performing the duty, you may fail or you may succeed. If it is a failure, don't worry. The consolation that you have performed your duty, that through that way you are eligible for the heaven. If you are successful in your duty, definitely that will fetch you so much prosperity. You can enjoy that. Do not have over attachment towards anything. Do not have over attachment towards anything. Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha, Stita Dhir Muniruchyate. You should not have over attachment. You should not have over fear. You should not have over anger. In other words, attachment, fear and anger beyond a limit is dangerous. So what you should have? A stabilized way of attachment, a stabilized level of other two disqualifications, so that you can behave just like a sannyasi, a rishi or a yogi. While performing your duty, don't think Bhishma is connected with you. Don't think Dronacharya is connected with you. What is connected with you? Only your motherland. Your nation is connected with you. And look to your motherland. Whomsoever is in the side of adharma, without thinking who they are, without attaching towards themselves or them attaching towards you, you perform your duty. You can see that you will become the greatest of the warriors. You will become a model for the people. This message that was preached to Arjuna, and Lord Krishna said, Samashatraucha mitrecha tadamana apamanayoho sita ushna sugha dukkheshu samasanga vivarjita. If you can adopt this message of Lord Krishna in your mind and day-to-day life, you will become a sannyasi. I will say, you will become a saint. What is that? Sama shatraucha mitrecha. You don't have any shatru. You don't have attachment beyond a limit with somebody else. Your attachment and detachment both are stabilized. Suppose a doctor is over-attached with a patient. The patient starts crying because of the pain. By seeing the cry or the screaming of the patient, if doctor also starts crying, what will happen? So if doctor has got over-attachment with the patient, when the patient cries, doctor also will start crying. So the doctor should not have over-attachment. If the client is the legal deals are taken by an advocate, and if the verdict from the magistrate comes against the client, suppose the advocate also starts crying, what will be the result? Advocate will say, don't worry, even though you have failed in this court, there is another court, other district, we will fight there, and you please escape now from here. And he will never cry. Like that, any negative happen, if you are attached with that negative too much, you will get heart attack if you have got a heart. So you can see that you should not get over attached with anything, as well as over fear should not be there. And keep the balanced vision towards a shatru as well as mitram. A mitram may cheat you some occasion, a shatru may help you in some other occasion. So there is no permanent enemy for anybody. There is no permanent friend for everybody. And sometimes a friend may cheat you, sometimes an enemy may help you. Sama shatraucha mitrecha tadha mana apamanayoho. Somebody may praise you today, the same person may do opposite next day. He may defame you. So his praise or the opposite of that, don't think they are permanent. So mana apamanayoho, shita ushna. And you, I am sure that Sohar people enjoy both Shita and Ushna. Now they are enjoying the cold weather. After some time they know pretty well that it is going to be very hot. So Shita Ushna Sugha Dukkeshu. When the winter comes, if everybody starts coming to here, this place, and if summer comes, everybody starts running away from here, what will happen to you? We are not doing that. In winter season, you are all here, one blanket will be there. In the summer season, you are all here, blanket will not be there. That is the only difference. So, Shita, Ushna, Sugha, Dukkheshu. Sugham will come one day. Another day, Dukkham will come. The Sugham will go, the way it came, it will go back. Dukkham also will go, the way it came to you. So, it should not disturb you. Keep the stabilized mind. Thus said Lord Krishna to Arjuna. The ultimate message given by given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna is that as a warrior, when the crisis is in front of you, you cannot run away from that. As a Kshatriya, you have to fight the war. While fighting the war, do not get over-attached with anything. You are attached only with your duty. Thus keep in your mind all these messages, said Lord Krishna. And he concluded that, Iti te jnanamakyadam guhyad guhyadaram maya vimrasye tadasheshena yadhechasi tadha guru. Hey Arjuna, I have informed you the in-depth knowledge through Bhagavad Gita. You critically analyze every aspect of that. Vimrasya etat asheshena yadha ichasi tadha kuru. You have got the freedom to accept my advice, and you have also got the freedom to reject my advice. As you please, you can do. So this is the real message of Bharat. Bharat has never told anybody to strictly follow to the advice of Vedas, Upanishads, Itihasas, or for that matter, any literature. The freedom is given to you, and you can follow something, you can avoid following something, you can put your faith in something, you can keep away your faith in something. This freedom Bharat, India has given to everybody. That is why Lord Krishna never said that if you are not following my Upadesha, I will give Shapam. Lord Krishna never said that. Lord Krishna said, if you want to follow my advice, you follow. If you don't want to follow my advice, take an about turn and go and stay in your house. Don't worry, we will not fight the Kurukshetra war. But one thing is there, Lord Arjuna, if you are running away from the battlefield, it is painful experience for you. People will not allow you to run away, because if you are going back, Duryodhana will come and kill you. That is sure. So anyway, battle is going to take place. So you cannot run away also. So your option is very clear, that either fight boldly with all courage, or fight the war with half-heartedness. So that is left to you. You cannot run away from the battlefield also. This is exactly meant for us. We cannot run away from the battlefield of the life. And also, I focus Bhagavad Gita not as a personal advice given by Lord Krishna. In the present situation, our aim and our motto should be that the mental stature of Arjuna, the psychological feeling of Arjuna, when he said that, Stitosmi Gatasandeha Karishye Vachanam Tava. The last part of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna said, my confusion is over, I don't have any confusion now. I am ready to take the Gandivam. I am ready to fight the war. Sthitosmi Gata Sandeha. Without any confusion, I am standing here. Karishye Vachanam Tava. I am ready to follow your advice, Hey Krishna. Why? Because I got the jnana, the real knowledge I got the message of the duty and my responsibility, also my privilege as a warrior. So by taking the knowledge, I am ready to fight the war, protect the dharma. Whatever may happen, I am not bothered about that. This message, it is relevant for Indians today, because world over people are protecting, enriching their nation, their country. You can see that we Indians have got that responsibility, inborn privilege and duty to protect our motherland, to protect our culture, nurture our culture. You know what is taking place in India. India is developing throughout. At the same time, conversion is taking place to other religion so fast. Avoid, prevent that. Everywhere you can see that one. India could survive such 10,000 years, such a long period, but never faced such an occasion of denigration of Sanatana Dharma. One side, the political parties put all the responsibility of adharma on the heads of the Sanatana Dharma people, and other religion does do the maximum against Sanatana Dharma. Keep in your mind that Sanatana Dharma is to be protected. It is our duty. We should not get tired. We should not get disturbed. We should not say, just like Arjuna said, Sidandi Mamagatrani. Arjuna's model is applicable for us. Now, first he was tired after getting all advice from Lord Krishna. He got energized and start doing his work and start performing the duty. So it is our duty, every Indian, whether he is from Kashmir or Kerala or Gujarat or for that matter Assam, he has got the responsibility of protection of the motherland and the culture, Sanatana Dharma. Let us hold our hand together. Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage, a small organization. We are ready to inform you what our culture is. In the light of science, ultra-modern science will be used for learning and teaching our heritage with the message right from Vedas to Itihasa. We will analyze everything, convert them into the ultra-modern scientific tools. It will be available to you through the organization. Put the cassettes in the car or in your 2-in-1 in your home. Hear the news, hear the information from that. Learn it. Become a proud Indian first. First you learn by yourself, then teach others. Share the knowledge. It will be very, very clear that you will become an enlightened person. Slowly you will change altogether. A coward Indian will become a bold Indian. A coward Indian will become a most courageous Indian. And a person who is looking only himself, he will start looking others also. Other disparities or conflicts among us, that will dissolve out when we start knowing that we Indians are living for not only ours but also for our motherland. Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. The blessing of the mother, it is the greatest blessing. The blessing of the motherland, it should also be the greatest of all blessings. Whatever happens to you, you can look only to motherland India. You can only come back to India. You can only enjoy thinking about India. So remember and keep the picture of Bharat in your mind. Our motherland should never, never, never weep further. And whatever we are doing negative, it will reflect in our motherland's image. Anybody from India does negatives, inform him, going and telling him that don't do that. Our motherland has suffered a lot. Now, because of you, Mother India should not be further denigrated, belittled. Her courage, moral support, as well as dharmic values, world over people are taking it. You may be knowing that Yogacharya, Ayurveda, Vedic mathematics, Indian metallurgy, Indian mathematics, Indian astronomy, variety of Indian knowledge, they are all being taken by the developed countries, and they are applying it in their day-to-day life. Our heritage is valuable in the 21st century. Let us also learn all this knowledge and spread to our colleagues, brothers, friends from India as well as from outside. You will be given all the responsibility, privilege, duty to learn and enjoyment of studying that. Let us share that enjoyment of learning our heritage. With these words, I would like to express my deep gratitude to each and every one of the organizers for inviting me to Sohar. Our time limit is just, I told you, 55 minutes. I am sure now we are crossing the 60 minute, and within this time Bhagavad Gita is to be constricted. Otherwise 2 more programs are there in the same hall. So my only request to all Indians, whether they belong to one linguistic group or other linguistic group, we are the same children of our motherland. We are brothers and sisters. Hold our hand together. We may work with the Satya Sai group, we may work with Amritanandamayi group, we may work with the Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's group. One thing it is sure, all these leaders and gurus, they are giving the message of Bharatam, India. Let us break the walls which separate these groups. Let us come together. You go in your own way, no problem, but share the knowledge each other and among others. Let us be together, work together, live together and die together. Let this message of Bhagavad Gita encourage and invigorate all of you. My deep gratitude and pranams to all of you. Thank you.